Hello, we're our Lives channel. Today we will learn about the explosive developments coming to Salem over the next 2 weeks, from October 6th to October 17th, where shocking revelations, devastating betrayals, and life-altering confrontations will shake multiple families to their core. Gabby and Philip's dangerous romance. The chemistry between Gabby Hernandez and Philip Kiriakis continues to intensify as they find themselves drawn together in increasingly passionate encounters. Their connection deepens with each moment they spend together, particularly as they explore their undeniable attraction behind closed doors. However, this budding romance sits precariously on the edge of disaster, threatening to implode at any moment. The foundation of their relationship is built on deception and manipulation, with Gabby's secret surveillance operation placing everything in jeopardy. Philip has begun to suspect that something isn't quite right, and his instincts are leading him closer to the devastating truth about the bug planted in Xander's office. When Philip discovers concrete evidence that Gabby betrayed him by spying on Xander Kiriakis, their passionate affair will likely come crashing down in spectacular fashion. The revelation will not only destroy their romantic connection but could also expose Gabby's collaboration with Tony DiMera in his scheme to reclaim control of DiMera Enterprises from the Kiriakis brothers. This discovery threatens to ignite a war between the DiMera and Kiriakis families that could reshape Salem's entire power structure. Xander and Sarah's therapy turmoil. Meanwhile, Xander and Sarah's attempt to salvage their marriage through couples therapy is producing unexpected complications that neither of them anticipated. The therapy sessions are forcing Xander to confront deeply buried emotions and vulnerabilities that terrify him to his core. He struggles with appearing weak or vulnerable, particularly in front of Sarah, as his masculine pride battles against the need for emotional honesty. The situation becomes exponentially more complicated because Xander harbors a dangerous secret that could obliterate their relationship entirely. His violent confrontation with Philip, which involved a physical attack, weighs heavily on his conscience. Confessing this transgression during therapy could provide the emotional breakthrough they need, but Xander fears it would instead give Sarah justification to leave him forever. This creates an impossible dilemma where honesty might destroy them, yet continued deception undermines any progress they might make in rebuilding trust. The therapy sessions become a minefield where every question posed by their counselor could potentially detonate the truth about Xander's assault on Philip. Jeremy's return and Stephanie's dilemma. In a stunning development that catches Stephanie Johnson completely off guard, Jeremy Horton makes an unexpected return to Salem with flowers in hand and what appears to be genuine remorse etched across his face. Jeremy arrives at Stephanie's doorstep determined to apologize for the pain and suffering he caused during their tumultuous relationship. His past treatment of Stephanie was marked by controlling behavior, emotional manipulation, and patterns that left deep psychological scars. Now Jeremy claims he's changed and seeks forgiveness, but Stephanie finds herself paralyzed by conflicting emotions. Her instincts scream warnings about trusting someone who hurt her so profoundly in the past. The timing of Jeremy's appearance couldn't be more complicated, as Stephanie must navigate whether this is genuine transformation or simply another manipulation from someone who once had power over her. The arrival of Michael Rourke in the role of Jeremy Horton adds fresh energy to the storyline as Stephanie grapples with whether people can truly change or if history is destined to repeat itself. Thomas DiMera forces family confrontation. Young Thomas DiMera emerges as an unexpected force in his father's romantic life, refusing to accept the lies and evasions surrounding Chad's relationship with Kat Green. Thomas has developed a keen awareness that something significant is happening between his father and Kat, and he's tired of being treated like a child who can't handle the truth. The situation reaches a boiling point when Rachel Black reveals explosive information to Thomas, confirming that Chad and Kat are romantically involved and that Kat previously impersonated his deceased mother Abigail. This revelation devastates Thomas, who feels betrayed not only by the relationship itself but by the elaborate deception surrounding it. His anger and hurt erupt in a dramatic confrontation that takes place in front of Jack Devereaux, Jennifer Horton Devereaux, and Julie Williams, forcing the entire family to acknowledge the uncomfortable reality of Chad's new romance. Thomas creates an unforgettable scene that exposes Kat as Chad's girlfriend to everyone present. In the aftermath, Thomas makes a bold and heartbreaking request that could tear Chad and Kat apart forever. Spoilers indicate that Thomas may pressure his father into ending the relationship entirely, prioritizing his children's emotional well-being over his own romantic happiness. Chad subsequently breaks devastating news to Kat about their relationship, suggesting that a breakup may be inevitable as he chooses his children over his own heart. J.J. Devereaux's professional crisis. The return of Theo Carver to Salem has triggered a profound crisis of conscience for J.J. Devereaux that threatens to derail his entire law enforcement career. The trauma from their shared history, specifically the shooting incident where J.J., as a rookie police officer, shot the unarmed Theo and left him paralyzed, continues to haunt both men years later. Theo's recent criticisms and accusations against J.J. have intensified dramatically, reopening wounds that never properly healed. J.J. finds himself questioning whether he possesses the judgment, temperament, and emotional stability required to carry a badge and weapon. His confidence as a detective has been shattered by Theo's confrontations, which serve as painful reminders of the life-altering mistake he made. J.J. confides his deepest doubts and fears to Jada Hunter, admitting that he's seriously considering whether he should quit the police force entirely. The weight of Theo's ongoing complaints creates an untenable situation where J.J. must decide if he can continue serving in a profession where his past mistake continues to create conflict and pain. Some suggest that perhaps Salem isn't big enough for both of them considering their traumatic shared history. J.J. faces an agonizing decision about whether to abandon the career he's worked to rebuild or remove himself from the situation entirely by leaving town. The complexity of the storyline is heightened by the fact that while J.J. made a terrible mistake, Theo's trauma is equally valid and real. There are no easy answers as J.J. grapples with his professional future and the question of redemption. Holly and Tate's complicated romance. The turbulent relationship between Holly Jonas and Tate Black may finally find resolution during the week of October 13th to 17th, if they can navigate through all the confusion, deception, and emotional manipulation that Sophia has orchestrated. Sophia's schemes have driven a devastating wedge between the young couple, with her lies and manipulations creating misunderstandings that pushed Holly to break things off with Tate. Holly believes that Tate betrayed her with Sophia, unaware that Tate's apparent closeness to Sophia is actually part of his desperate attempt to uncover the truth about their supposed daughter. The situation has left Tate heartbroken and frustrated as the person he truly loves refuses to believe his explanations. However, as more details emerge and the truth about Sophia's elaborate deceptions begins unraveling, Holly and Tate may find their way back to each other. Spoilers suggest that Tate will pour his heart out to Holly once again in an emotional confession that could melt her remaining defenses. Ari Horton plays a crucial role as Holly's confidant, sworn to secrecy about Holly's true feelings and plans. Holly prepares for a mysterious trip that raises questions about her emotional state and future plans. If Holly and Tate can cut through Sophia's web of lies and reconnect with the genuine feelings they share, this long-suffering couple might finally achieve the romantic reunion that fans have been hoping for. Baby Tesoro kidnapping drama. The most explosive storyline involves Baby Tesoro, who will finally appear on screen as the baby drama reaches its terrifying climax. Leo Stark and Javi Hernandez, who are fostering the infant, find themselves increasingly worried about the baby's safety as circumstances spiral out of control. Sophia Choi, who is actually Tesoro's biological mother, has been maintaining an elaborate charade by pretending to still be pregnant while her real baby is being raised by Leo and Javi. However, Sophia's emotional state has deteriorated as she experiences profound regret about giving up her child. As Brady Black, Johnny DiMera, and others close in on the truth about Sophia's deceptions, the walls begin closing in around her. Spoilers suggest that Sophia may make a desperate and dangerous decision to kidnap baby Tesoro and flee with him. She knows where her baby is and has created detailed plans for this moment. Sophia could create a distraction when Javi is at work and Leo is alone with Tesoro, then grab the baby and disappear. Having robbed her college funds, Sophia may book a hotel room under an assumed name and attempt to hide with Tesoro for months before mysteriously reappearing in Salem as a single mother. This kidnapping would trigger a frantic search throughout Salem and potentially result in serious criminal charges against Sophia, since she previously gave up her parental rights. The question everyone will be asking is whether Sophia can successfully escape with baby Tesoro before the truth completely explodes. Days of our lives. Family secrets, DNA shocks, and heartbreaking departures shake Salem. Life in Salem has never been simple, but in the weeks ahead, the tangled web of secrets, betrayals, and long-buried truths threatens to unravel faster than anyone can stop it. For viewers who have followed Days of Our Lives faithfully through the years, the upcoming storyline promises to deliver all the drama, heartbreak, and shocking revelations that have kept this soap opera a household favorite for decades. At the center of it all are the DeMoras, the Blacks, and the Hortons, three families whose lives remain deeply entwined, no matter how hard they try to cut ties or start anew. With adoptions, DNA questions, and plans for secret escapes in play, Salem is bracing for stormy weather. Johnny and Chanel fight for the truth. Johnny DeMera, Carson Boatman, and his wife Chanel, Raven Bowens, find themselves once again fighting against whispers, accusations, and interference from nearly every corner of Salem. Johnny has been accused of things he insists he didn't do, and now the shadow hanging over his reputation is threatening something very precious: the adoption process that he and Chanel hoped would secure their future as parents. Rather than give up, the couple decides to take action. They hold a private strategy meeting, going over every angle, every rumor, and every piece of evidence that could help clear Johnny's name. Yet even as they talk through their options, both of them know they can't do this alone. That's when Rafe Hernandez, Galen Gehring, Salem's police commissioner and one of the few people they trust, steps in. Rafe agrees to help them, lending not only his investigative skills but also the weight of the law. Still, clearing Johnny's name won't be an easy task. In Salem, rumors spread quickly, and once suspicion sets in, it can feel impossible to shake. Yet Johnny remains determined. His future with Chanel, their adoption hopes, and even his dignity depend on it. Brady Black's troubling discovery. Meanwhile, Brady Black, Eric Martsolf, finds himself caught in a mystery that is both personal and painful. After months of speculation, the DNA test results regarding Tesoro, the baby Sophia, Madeline Keentz, claimed belonged to her and Tate Black, Leo Howard, are finally in. But instead of bringing clarity, the results only deepen the confusion. Brady refuses to believe that Tesoro is Tate's child. The math, the circumstances, and Sophia's behavior simply don't add up. Instead of taking the results at face value, Brady begins searching for another explanation. He shares his growing concerns with Sarah Horton-Kiriakis, Lindsay Godfrey, whose sharp instincts and medical knowledge make her the perfect ally in unraveling this troubling puzzle. Sarah, never one to look the other way when a child's paternity is in question, begins piecing together her own suspicions. Could Sophia have lied to everyone from the very beginning? If Tesoro isn't Tate's child, then who is the real father? Aaron Green, Louis Tomeo, becomes one possible suspect, but in Salem, the list of potential candidates is never short. As Sarah follows the trail of inconsistencies, her determination leads her directly to Sophia. Spoilers suggest that Sarah will corner her, demanding answers, demanding truth. After all, in Salem, the truth always has a way of bubbling to the surface, no matter how deeply buried. And once Sarah realizes what has really been going on, the fallout could shake more than just the Black family. It could ripple across all of Salem. Holly Jonas plans a secret escape. While Johnny and Brady wrestle with legal battles and DNA tests, Holly Jonas, Ashley Puzimis, is plotting her own dramatic move. Restless, disillusioned, and desperate for change, Holly begins preparing for a trip that she intends will be permanent. She wants to leave Salem behind. Forever. In her eyes, Salem has brought her nothing but heartbreak, disappointment, and conflict. A new life somewhere far away. Paris, perhaps. Feels like her only chance to truly start over. But leaving quietly isn't so simple, especially with Tate Black still very much in love with her. To keep her plans secret, Holly turns to Ari Horton, Marissa Reyes, swearing her to silence. She insists that Ari not breathe a word to Tate, no matter how much it hurts him. For Holly, the only way to escape is to cut ties without looking back. But Ari is young, loyal, and torn. Can she really keep something so important from Tate, who has done nothing but fight for the woman he loves? It may not be long before Tate learns the truth. Spoilers hint that once he discovers Holly's plan, he'll be desperate to stop her. Whether it means chasing her down before she boards a plane or confessing his love in one last attempt to make her stay, Tate will have to act quickly. The question is, will Holly listen, or has her mind already been made up? Salem braces for big surprises. As all these stories unfold, it's clear that Salem is standing on the edge of another storm. Johnny and Chanel's fight to salvage their adoption could pull the entire DiMera family into yet another legal and personal battle. Brady and Sarah's hunt for the truth about Tesoro's real father could expose lies that destroy relationships and reputations. And Holly's escape plan could shatter Tate's heart while leaving the Horton family scrambling to bring her home. In the next 2 weeks alone, Days of Our Lives promises major twists and revelations. Secrets will be exposed, alliances will be tested, and families will be forced to face truths they've tried to deny. For longtime fans, it's the kind of drama that reminds us why Salem's stories have kept us hooked for generations. Love, betrayal, sacrifice, and the eternal hope that the truth will set us free. So stay tuned, because in Salem, the past never stays buried, lies never stay hidden, and no goodbye is ever truly final.